Let's talk about the 7 signs that you have defeated the narcissist. Give it a thumbs up and let's get into it together. Because you know how it is when you deal with narcissists. I mean, most of the time, it's just you looking at yourself, questioning all of these things that are meant to be wrong with you. Like all of the different ways that you're not good enough. Like you can't ever live up to what they expect you to be. But you're never looking at them. You're never holding them accountable for anything. Or seeing how they can't measure up to certain standards that you may have. You're never thinking about it that way as a victim. It's always all just about you. I mean, it's always about them as well, but it's always about how wonderful they are. When it comes to the problems, all of the focus is on you then. And this is how it always is when you're dealing with a narcissist. So you're not ever thinking that you have defeated them. If anything, it's like you're the one who's constantly stuck in this position of feeling defeated, feeling unworthy, not good enough, like something is wrong with you. Or as though you have been brought down by this narcissist. That's always how they leave you feeling. So you're not ever thinking about it as though you may have defeated them. But that's what we're going to get into in this video. And many of you, you're going to be surprised when I reveal these signs to you. Because what you're going to realize is that you've already defeated them. And in fact, you defeated them not just once, but many times. So here's the first one. If you've seen the narcissistic rage, you have defeated the narcissist. You've triggered them. You've done something. And it's typically without your knowledge, without your awareness, because, you're not the abuser. You're not the narcissist. You're not deliberately going out of your way to provoke them. No, it's just that they are loose cannons. Any little thing you say or do could set them off. And they're constantly scanning the environment. They're always in predator mode. Looking for something that's going to satisfy their desires. Something they can take, something they can consume. But not only that, they're also looking for threats. Anything that may challenge the false image. Because it's fake and it constantly needs external validation to prop it up. But also, they're terrified of anything that might challenge it. So they're always looking for things. They're scanning your body language, facial expressions, tone of voice, just your behaviors in general, everything you're doing. And any little thing could set them off. Anything where they feel threatened, where it challenges their control, their source of validation, any little thing that they feel is challenging or slighting them, it sets them off. And then you see that narcissistic rage. And even then, you only see the rage if they have some confidence about it. If they feel confident enough to call it out and be like, you have no right to do that. This thing you're doing is irritating me. And typically it's not anything you're doing that is directed at them. It's just something that they're picking up on their narcissistic radar. And I think that's what I'm going to call it from now on. So I've coined that term now, if anyone else hasn't so far. It's the narcissistic radar. Where they're just scanning you, they're scanning the environment, looking for threats. That's the narc radar. And yeah, when you see that rage, it's because you've defeated them. That's what's really going on. But of course, they rage at you. They get mad at you, and it leaves you feeling like you're the one who's defeated. But actually, no, it's you who has defeated them. And that's how they're coming at you in that way. Number 2, they try to harm you. Just like the old saying goes, hurt people hurt people. When the narcissist tries to hurt you, it's because they feel hurt. When they try to defeat you, when they go out of their way, it's because they already feel defeated. And really, this is how you've got to think about it. They're not really trying to win. It's not really all about them trying to be seen as a winner. They're doing everything they can to avoid feeling and looking like a loser. That's all they're really trying to do. They're not trying to be better. They're not trying to win in anything. They just don't want to look like the losers they actually are. And that's why they try and hurt you. That's why they try and ridicule and humiliate you. Because they feel like they've already been put in their place. And that's why they're acting out now. Number 3 is projection. Narcissistic projection. Again, you don't ever recognize this as a sign of their defeat, because what are they doing? They're projecting it onto you. They disown the parts of themselves that they don't like and assign them to you. They try to rid themselves of it because they don't like how it feels. They don't like how they see themselves in that state, in that condition. So they put it all onto you. If they are feeling insecure, if they are feeling threatened, intimidated, challenged, slighted, you will know about it. From this point on, you're going to know because you will see it, how they try and put it onto you. How they're targeting your confidence, your insecurities. They're trying to bring you down. They're trying to destabilize you. Again, anytime a narcissist tries to project their emotions, their insecurities onto you, how does it leave you feeling afterwards? It leaves you feeling confused. It's like, where is this coming from? What is this about? It's never something where you're like totally in agreement, in accordance with them. And so you're like, yeah, you're right. No, what drives your anxiety and your rumination is because you can't put your finger on it. You can't figure it out. You can't make sense of it. It creates dissonance, so that's what can drive an obsession around it. It's because it doesn't actually make sense to you. If it did make sense to you, you could just accept it and let it go. You can't, and you hold on to it and you try and fight it and you try and prove your worth because it doesn't make sense to you. And that's what makes it so confusing, and that's what leaves you going online, searching for answers, trying to figure out what are they doing? What are they talking about? And that's just it. It's not going to make sense to you because it's a projection. Their accusations are their confessions. Number 4 is distraction or diversion. So they're constantly trying to distract you. They don't want you to have any focus or attention on what is actually happening, on what is actually in front of you. And instead, they're just constantly trying to create confusion, like this whirlwind in your mind. They're like a tornado that just comes in and throws everything up in the air. Or like the Tasmanian devil. Those of you who like Looney Tunes. And so, yeah, they just want to like spin all of this chaos and confusion, drama. And maybe you're talking about something with them, you're having a conversation, they divert it to something else. Or maybe you're focused on an activity. Whenever you're focused on something, you'll always notice this. Here they come trying to distract you. They do not like your focus. When you're focused on something, when you're attending to it, when you're giving it all of your attention, they can't stand that because that's going to expose them. I mean, think about it. If you're a focused, attentive individual and you're going into that environment around these types of people, around narcissists, you're going to see everything. This is why they want you in chaos and confusion, because they're that insecure. And that's why they're all about diversion, distraction, smoke and mirrors, all of these illusions, all of these masks, these different characters. Nothing's ever just calm and peaceful and straightforward with them. It's always got all of these twists and turns. It's like the fun house. because otherwise it's going to expose them and it's going to make them look bad. It's going to make them feel bad about themselves. And of course, that is exactly what they are trying to avoid. So yeah, you're going to see the distraction, the diversion. That's how you know you defeated them. And many of you may realize that, yeah, you defeated them from the very beginning. They manipulated you. They used a false character. They wore a mask. Why would they do that unless they already felt defeated? This is why they're always hiding. They're always creating these distractions, these diversions, these twists and turns. Twists and turns, it's like the fun house. This is how it is with them because they're that insecure. Deep down, they already know that they're no goods. They know that they're bad people. And that's why, they've got to have all of these smoke and mirrors, especially when they're around you, because they know you're going to expose it. They know you're not going to like it. They know that's not going to vibe with you. That's where they hide behind their masks. They use all of the illusions, all of the smoke and mirrors for that reason. 5 is silent treatment or ghosting. I know this could be a very confusing thing for so many of you, but the narcissist goes silent or they ghost you, and it just leaves you wondering what is going on. You just can't understand it. You can't figure it out. It creates dissonance, and that's what drives your obsession more than insecurity. If there's any insecurity, that's created by them, not by you, not from within, externally. You were feeling fine. You were feeling good about yourself before they went silent or ghosted you. They went silent or ghosted you out of insecurity. That's why they did that, because they already felt defeated. They already felt exposed. They already felt not good enough for you. And they know that they can't win by being direct. They know that you will destroy them directly. Because with them, it's all just their emotions. With you, it's logic and reason. They're living in fantasy. You're living in reality. They operate with all of this idealism. It's just these out of control emotions that they have generated from within out of insecurity or irrelevance. And that's how they come at you like that. That's why they disappear. It's not even grounded in reality. And this is the dangerous thing about dealing with them, is that because of their idealism, their black and white mentality, and how they fantasize about things good and bad, they end up turning against the real you, trying to destroy the real person that you are, just to protect their fragile ego, their false self, which is artificial. It's not even genuine. And this is how, when you look around at the world today, most people are fake. So many people are arrogant. They got these big egos, but they're not even genuine in anything. And yet they're often targeting you, turning against you, and you are genuine. Six, another sign that you have defeated the narcissist is when they try to provoke envy or jealousy. So they try to make you feel like you missed out or something. They try and provoke desire, maybe lust, making you want something. Or they may take something from you or make you feel like something is being taken from you to provoke jealousy. And again, how does it make you feel? It makes you feel confused. It's like you can't even, you just lose touch with yourself. You dissociate. Maybe you can't even remember your name at that point. You don't know which way is up or down. It's gaslighting. That's all it is. It's gaslighting. When they're provoking envy or jealousy on you, Because for a start, you're a very giving, generous person. So why would you be envious or jealous? That makes no sense. But yeah, it creates dissonance, confusion. You can't figure it out. And this is what fuels an obsession sometimes, where you're constantly questioning yourself, asking yourself, am I envious? Am I jealous? Because this is what is constantly being directed at me. Never play into that, because you're going to end up giving more, being even more generous, and you're going to lose even more with them. So just cut that off, put an end to it, and instead recognize it as projection. They are the ones who are envious. They are the ones who are constantly taking from you. They are the ones who view you as an extension of themselves, as their possession. And they feel like you are constantly slipping outside of their control. And that's why they feel insecure. That's why they're so envious and jealous. And yet they don't like how that feels, and that's why they've got to project it onto you. And number 7. Another sign of the narcissist defeat, the final sign, is the smear campaign. Now, what is the smear campaign designed to do? It is designed to silence you. Why do they want to silence you? I'll tell you why. They want to silence you because they feel defeated by your presence, by your position, by your stance. And that is why they try to eliminate it. Because let me tell you this, if it wasn't any threat to them, if it wasn't intimidating them, if it wasn't any pressure on them, they wouldn't even notice it. It wouldn't even come to their attention. It does, because it's reached a certain threshold where it's putting pressure on them, on their fragile ego. It's hitting the nerve. And that's how they lash out with the smear campaign. That's why they try to silence you, because you defeated them. And yeah, they will try and hunt you down. They will try and sabotage you, everything. It doesn't matter what they do after that point. I mean, it's all just a reaction to their defeat. And there's no other way to interpret that. That's all that it is. When someone comes at you in that way, when they're trying to eliminate you, threaten you, destroy you, they feel defeated. They feel like they're under pressure. They feel threatened, intimidated. That's why they respond in that way. But that's all that it is. And they want to make you feel that way now. It's projection. They're trying to put it all onto you. And you just got to recognize, nope, that's got nothing to do with me. It says nothing about me. You may view me as your possession, as an extension of you. But we are not sharing anything new. We are not connected in any way. I don't feel connected with someone who's envious, jealous, miserable, and wanted to hurt people, wanted to hurt me. I don't feel connected with someone like that. And that's how it confuses me. It creates dissonance. It makes me dissociate, disconnect from myself for that reason. Because we are not in resonance. That does not vibe with me. And that's how you got to think. That's how you got to validate yourself, to defeat not only the narcissist, but that confusion as well. That's what you've got to do. Because there's a reason why you're confused. There's a reason why it produces dissonance. Because it's not something that makes sense to you. That's how it confuses you. That's how you then dissociate. And you're being gaslighted, invalidated. And it's like you enter this alternate realm where you don't even remember who you are. You don't remember your name. You don't know which way is up or down anymore. You just lose touch with reality. at that point. This is what it does, narcissistic abuse, it erodes your sense of identity when they pull you into this fantasy, this black and white world, and it's all fake. It's all fake. And of course, we wonder why they're so insecure. This is why. This is why they need you. This is why they got to have your validation, your attention for this reason. Because it's all fake, and you're the only one who is real in that environment. Everything they're following is nonsense. It really is. And that's why they've got to use all these tactics to deal with their sign of defeat. Because this is it, fantasy, it's never going to defeat reality. It's never going to defeat the truth. And the truth will always come out. Love will always win in the end. Oh, they just keep trying to fight it. They keep trying to delay the inevitable. But they never will in the long run. It's going to affect them. But yeah, those are the 7 signs that you have defeated the narcissist. It's just that many of you take it as signs of your defeat. It creates confusion and insecurity for you. And it's because of the invalidation, the gaslighting, the projection. That's why. Not because of anything to do with you. So recognize it is their defeat, not yours.